Hello, it's Marcia Regan here, founder and owner of Glow Your True Colours, and I'm thrilled to be coming to you this week to talk about probably one of my favourite topics. And I'm coming and sharing because I've had quite a number of clients discuss this topic with me and ask my advice on it. And I thought, oh, I'm sure they're not the only ones. And it's about pricing. So the kind of things I've been hearing from them is I'm not getting as much traction as I had thought. Maybe I should reduce the price. I'm hearing from a lot of clients that it's too expensive, or I'm hearing from a lot of clients that I can't afford it. Should I drop the price? And I am telling you now, the answer is no, you do not. And I'll tell you why. So I, 3 years ago, got guidance from my guides to offer a program for 6K for 6 months. And I was like, oh my God, I'd never at the time offered something like that. And I questioned it, but I knew better because I was following my guides. But I was thinking, oh God, that's a lot of money. And who would pay that? And I was in the kitchen and I was literally taken out of the kitchen and carried into the lounge, put on my couch. And I saw this really, really bright white light. I felt it was Christ energy come in and shine in my third eye. And these were the words. It was a male voice. The words that I was told was, it's not you doing the work, it's we are. The money exchange is the anchoring into the energy of the container and the program that you're running. And the signing the contract is the commitment. So this is why the pricing is extremely important. Okay, and then the other thing that you need to realize, which again, I was told when I was being channeled my inner wealth activator, heal your money story in 7 days, that it's never about the money, it's always about the fear. Never about the money, it's always about the fear. So if you have a client that is saying to you that they don't have enough money, or the program is too expensive, that is their ego keeping them safe. And it's not true. Because the truth is that you, as a human being, and every one of your clients are extremely powerful, and it's their divine right to be wealthy, prosperous, abundant, happy, and fulfilled. And therefore, the person has the power to manifest that money if they really believe they're worthy, and if they really know on a soul level and in their heart that that program or course or whatever it is you're offering is for them. The money will always show. And then the other thing to know is that your business has its own soul, and your programs are containers that also have their own personality and spirit. And when you ask that container what it wants to charge, then you will go by that price, because again, it's not you doing the work, it's the energy, it's the spirit, it's that container that is actually doing the work. And when you do your pricing from that place, it's more congruent, it's in alignment with your soul, and you will find that you'll have less people questioning your pricing. The other thing is that you might find that you'll hear that partners will not allow them to sign up for a program because of X, Y, and Z. And that's just fear again. That's just unconscious fear from the partner that things are going to change, that the person that they love as they are, that they may not be loved anymore, that if they become more in their power and more happy, what will happen to me? So everything around pricing and money and paying for it, it's all an inner game. Okay, so the other thing that you need to know is that by you pricing your programs from a place of lack, of saying, I'm going to charge this because nobody else will pay, they won't pay any more, then you're already doing your client or your future client a disservice by seeing them in a lack energy. And that is a complete disservice. And it's not true. Every single human being has the the capacity to manifest their desires if they allow themselves, and if they are in alignment with the law of attraction, it becomes so. And the law of attraction states that you are it is only when you say yes that the funds, the possibilities that will appear. So a lot of people say, oh, I'll do that program when I have enough money, when I have more time, when I'll do this, when I'll do that. And then you'll find that they'll be wasting their time. And that never happens, because that's not how the law of attraction works. That is not the law of that is not universal law. Universal law states that if you really feel it and you really want to do something and you say yes, the way is then shown. The possibility is then shown. And I have seen that so much with my clients. I've had a client who has said yes, and basically she had a €2,500 cash injection from a work that she had forgotten about. I have had clients who actually, would you believe, won the lotto, I think £1,500. I have had clients where all of a sudden something that wasn't working in their business, they actually had a client who actually reached out to them and signed up with them there and then. So if you're coming from a place of abundance, which is your divine right, and a place of service, then don't worry about the pricing. You have to price from the soul, from your soul, from the soul of that business, and from a place of abundance and service, and know that the amount of money that a client pays to be in that program and in that container with you, it's a clear representation of the transformation that happens in that container. And what I've also seen is that, and even in my own life, that, a few years ago, I signed up to a program that was about €25,000, and I didn't have that money in my account, but I got clear guidance. And I woke up that morning, I was told, you are to join this program, and we have to be creative. What would happen if you were creative, and if your client was creative about manifesting that money? Anyway, I said, I need a payment plan. Give me a payment plan. And the payment plan was €3,000, and I never, ever, ever have gone below bringing in that amount of money. It's never, ever, ever gone below that. And that is because I have raised my money frequency into a higher level, because money is a vibration. Money is linked to you making an impact. And it isn't really about the money. It's about the energy, and it's about the impact, and it's about the freedom. And it's actually about empowerment. It enables you and your clients to actually show up in a bigger way. And I actually realized myself, when I invested that big in myself, it was the first time that I invested that kind of money on me. And I realized that showed me how worthy I felt, how great, like the transformation happened in the transaction alone of making that transfer of that money, of saying yes to that bigger container. And you have an opportunity to give that opportunity to yourself and your clients, because when they invest in a higher container, they will show up more. They will make sure that they get the best. They will attend all calls. They will do what's expected of them. They will do the exercises, and they will not allow excuses get in the way. And as a result of that, they get amazing results. And that is the same for your clients. So you can have different price points in your programs to allow people to get to know you. So I have my Inner Wealth Academy, that's $397, and that's a reasonable amount to allow someone to get to know me, to heal their money story, to heal their blocks, which is all inner game anyway. And then they're able to go into the higher container of €5,000 for the Inner Wealth Academy. And from there, they're allowed to go into the Live From Your Power, which is a 10K container. And it's a natural process. It's a natural way of development, and it's also it's a soul evolution. So there's no having to, because I also tune in when I work with clients if I am compatible to work with them, and if what container is compatible for them to be in, so that they can really, really step into their greatness. So I'm just going to give you a summary of what I've said about pricing. First of all, you'll make pricing from a place of abundance where you believe that your clients are so powerful that they can manifest that money and they can show up for it and they are worthy of it. And the second aspect is to know that law of attraction is at play. So the money doesn't show up without a condition. So if you say yes, if you allow your client to say yes, then the universe, and they say yes to themselves, the universe says yes to them, and the money always shows up. And there's always creative ways of coming up with the money. The most important point to take away is that the money is the anchoring into the energy of the container. That is like essential to get. So, and the fourth thing, which is also a very important point, is that if a client says they can't afford it, it's false, it's fear. It is never about the money, it's always about the fear. Because when you invest in yourself, then you can't do what you did before. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. You can't do and be the person that you were, because the container and you working with your client won't allow that. That's not why someone is working with you. Someone is not working with you to do the same thing that they've been doing for the last 10 years, because in 10 years' time, they'll get the same results. If nothing changes, if you do nothing different, then nothing is going to change. So when you take part in a program and participate, then you are going to change. Your life is going to change, and it's going to be for the better. It's always for the better. And so you will see yourself as well that actually your clients will have more value, and you'll actually start attracting more clients who are bold, who are brave, who are powerful, who really are fantastic people to be spending your time with. So you raise the vibration of the tribe that you attract, and that feels so yummy and so fulfilling. And also it gives a pathway to your clients to kind of feel in, oh, I wonder what the feeling is in this kind of container when it's 397, for example. And now we're going into another container. How does that feel? Because I get my clients to say, so how does this container feels? And it feels much more full and yummy and expansive and possible and impossible. And so you can see actually that the amount of money, which is representation of the vibration that a person is actually going to be in. And you will feel shifts, that your clients will feel quicker shifts, the more congruent pricing that you have and the more abundant place that you come from when it comes to pricing. So I hope that inspires you. I hope that gives you some food for thought. I would love to hear about what your thoughts are. What did this bring up for you? Did it trigger you? Was it a light bulb moment? What are you going to do differently now that you have this knowledge and wisdom that has been passed on to me from my guides for you? So if you're not already on my list, please join my list at glowyourtruecolors.com, where I'm going to be doing weekly inspirations like this, bringing in just something a bit different around showing up from a spiritual, soulful, and authentic place to live and serve in a higher way, because our world that we're living now in is the new earth, and therefore it requires us to show up in new ways, in more congruent ways. And this year, 2019 being a yellow, it's all got to do with letting go of fear, congruency, and visibility. So we're in for an amazing year. If you would like to have a breakthrough call to actually tune in with what your soul has got planned for you this year and what your business wants you to know, then feel free to fill in an application form. I think it's Power Application 31. So it's bit.ly/Power Application 31, and I will have a look and tune in and see if I am to help you in a soul level in some shape or form. So, and I'll have that in the link of this video and in this blog. So wishing you an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.